Not a lot of people know this, but before the show, I like to go into a private room and have a couple of moments of reflection and contemplation. Just align my yin with my yang. Just, I don't know, a little bit of Dermot time. That's my chakra shafted. So much to get through. Welcome, my friends, to Big Brother Snowball. It's day 81. The time is 1:15. Mikey was rocking then. Stay where you are. Although in many ways, he has been toppled. After last night's friendly double eviction, or last week rather, this week we saw a rather surprised Mikey and Susie become the 10th and 11th housemates to fall foul of the Big Brother twistmongers. I know that, personally, that Mikey would have only one thing to say about it, and that's I love birds. Be that as it may.
I'm not going to be one of them people who goes in kicking off at the slightest thing.
Is that? And the Golden Girls survived the public vote 4 times, but the Midas touch finally ended on Friday because...
Take me away to the funny farm.
Oh, no, that before. Cheers out and all! But they're not the only evicted housemates to be joining us on the show today. Shortly, we're going to be reuniting them with all of these ex-housemates. Where are they? Oh, it's terrifying. It is terrifying. A full 2 weeks ahead of schedule there as we prepare to unleash 4 of them back into the house for the second time. More from that rowdy rabble in a bit. Also, we've come up with a novel idea of giving author and friend of the show, Marion, the keys to the camera runs. Hello, Marion, how are you?
I'm so excited, Dermot.
We're excited about having you, Marion. Can you just tell us a little bit as to what's happening right now? I know you've only just got there, but what are you seeing? You've got lovely Glyn there and Pete. What's happening?
Yes, and they've been doing things in the kitchen. They might have been eating, in fact, or preparing food. It's been thrilling.
Okay.
I've been transfixed.
Brilliant. OK, well, we're going to be coming back to you throughout the show, Marion, OK? So stay on the ball, all right? Speak to you later on. Bye.
Thank you.
All that coming up soon. But first, my friends, we kick off the show, as we always do, with Little Brother's Big News. Get out. Yesterday's task involved the housemates dressing up and playing a giant board game using a giant dice. Couldn't really make up a mind which one it was. They made their way around the board in the garden, completing many tasks. One involved chocolate, which surely sounds nice, doesn't it? Take a look. Yeah.
It's your birthday. Move forward 3 places and collect a cake from the storeroom.
Wicked!
You cannot roll again until you have finished your cake.
You gotta eat the whole thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my God! Poor Glindo, he can't actually go until he's finished his cake.
Well, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, babe, you're making yourself sick.
It's delicious.
5.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to roll again.
Glyn, yeah.
I can't believe he's at.
He ate the whole thing whilst gagging. There were treats and prizes along the way. However, no one was expecting a reward for crossing the finishing line first. This is what happened at 4:06 today.
What if I mean?
No, they won't be.
Jenny
It's
won!
something good.
Congratulations, Jenny. You have won Big Brother's board game. Jenny, you may now open the envelope.
The bearer of this ticket is immune from next week's eviction.
Congratulations,
Thank
Jenny.
you, Big Brother!
You may now leave the daddy room.
Celebrate good time. Come on!
Which means Jenny is going to be there come what may in the final week. Now, during the prison task, some housemates received the all-important letter from home. Remember, a very emotional moment. However, some didn't, and none were more disappointed than Petey. Well, his luck turned around yesterday at 9:23 when he received a board game bonus prize. Take a look at this, but get your hankies ready.
Dearest lovely Pete. Hello, my darling Peter Pumpkin. You've made me so happy. I'm the proudest mum in the whole world. Since you went into the house, it's like my whole life has turned round for the better. And it's all because of you.
That's why I came in. I just come and sort my mum out.
My angel, you are my hero, I can't tell you. And guess who has been in touch? Your dad.
Oh, babe.
He's glued to the screen along with his mum, and I think he's the proudest dad alive.
He's a mother.
Hooray for perfect Pete, the most wonderful son in the world.
No, it's no good. I've gone. How's it? What is big news? Oh, I tell you what, last week's Big Brother University class separated the scholars from the lollers. Let's look back and see what degree the housemates took advantage of this great learning opportunity, or did they just take it for granted?
Housemates think that Jenny is the most Machiavellian. The most Machiavellian housemate is, in fact, Ashley.
Why did you do that? I'm just a bit upset because I'm the most deceitful person.
Big Brother's gone on holiday. Whilst Big Brother is away, housemates must play.
Big Brother is unavailable at present. You have pressed 3.
How can you go on holiday and just leave us?
You have.
I hate these machines.
Our system is currently busy. Please hold.
You've got to have hit it to get around it.
Jen, just have a game. Jen's going to set up written rules.
She's got 30 Maltesers in her mouth.
You have pressed hello 0. You have been evicted. Welcome to automated nominations. You have pressed 1.
Hold on a minute. No.
I think you've got a problem.
Choose someone has a joke with you. It's not funny no more.
And when I'm not with you, when people say something to you, you take in the mood.
No, this is really stupid. No one can win an argument over Mikey. Blame me, so I just give up.
Come home. Shut your mouth then while I speak, yeah?
Don't tell me to shut my mouth.
OK, close your mouth then. Yeah?
Just be quiet.
Do you want to speak to me?
Don't speak to me like that. Don't speak to me like that. Don't speak to me like that.
The housemates nominated for is Imogen and...
Just Imogen. No, there was another one on there. Everything is going to go drastically wrong.
Hello?
Housemates, Big Brother is back. The housemates nominated for eviction this week are Imogen, Jenny, Mikey, and Susie.
There we go.
Oh, no! You're going to make me do languages and you're going to make me have to learn Welsh.
Ah! English and literature and drama.
Cow.
Cow?
It's a game, mate. Mate? Don't do that, lad. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
don't
shut
raise
up.
a cue on my face.
Shut up yourself. I'm
No,
not doing
don't
that.
raise a cue on my face.
Yeah, shut up.
Are you ready for your languages exam?
Oh, don't be silly, of course not.
Can I have some cheesecake?
Ach, geg, cheesecake.
If I have wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine.
The 11th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house is Mikey!
Mikey, we love you!
The 12th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house is Susie!
Oh no!
So, just when we thought this series couldn't get any twistier, and the last turn had be well and truly turned, Big Brother goes and pulls the big one out of the bag, and this one is guaranteed to ruffle a few feathers. So for those of you who've been hiding under a rock for the last couple of days, this week is going to see something of a second coming. On Friday night, the voting lines reopened, and you, the great British public, have until Tuesday to vote 4 ex-housemates back into the house next door. However, it's not quite as simple as that. On Friday, the current housemates will then be asked to choose one of the 4 to rejoin them back in the house. This housemate will then be guaranteed a place in the final. Yikes. And will be eligible to win the £100,000 prize. And all the Channel 4's profit from this vote will go to charity. Got that? Good. So, without further ado, let's remind ourselves and who's already been and gone and who may well still be going back in. Now, where do we begin? Oh, dear God, so soon!
Thank you, Dermot.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So, Janie, we've got so many people to get through today. It's only been a couple of weeks since we last saw you. Still windy, Pops?
Slightly gone downhill with that now.
What do you mean? It's got worse? Or...
well, the burping's still there.
Yeah.
But, the blowing of the wind is sort of quietened a little bit. SVD, silent but deadly.
Is that a deliberate thing, or is it just to do with
no,
your
it just
diet?
comes out, Dermot.
OK. Now, what's your reaction when you first heard about this new twist?
Oh, amazing. And then they rung me up and said, Jane, there's a possibility that you could be considered about going back in. So, obviously, you know, really excited. Just coming back down to earth and everything, reality and getting on with things. OK, so what can the viewers expect to see if you go back in the house? Well, just me, really, Dermot. I mean, I don't really know what I'm going to do from 1 minute to the next, so it's quite scary. It's really exciting. Lots of entertainment, plenty of burping in the winding and whatever. I want to turn the house upside down again, though, because I love doing that.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Go and take your seat over there while we go meet our next housemate.
Lovely, thanks, Dermot.
That's how the show's going to go. We're just going to go meet them and recap as to who's been up to what and what I can do when I go back in there. Let's move on to the next pair. It's Leah. Leah, how are you?
Hello.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. So, how are things with you? What's been your highlights since you've been leaving the house?
God, everything. It's been wicked. It's been mental.
It's been a good couple of weeks for you, hasn't it?
Oh, it's unreal. Honestly, it's absolutely unbelievable.
Well, what have you missed most? Because you really did miss it when you first left, didn't you? You know, you were pining for Petey and Richard and so forth.
Yeah,
so
I still miss them, of course
I was going to say,
I do.
what have you missed most since you've been out?
Since with them.
Really?
And Glyn. Yeah, I've missed them and just having a laugh with them and just enjoying it and stuff. So, yeah, I've definitely missed Richard, Pete and Glenn, yeah.
Glyn's talked last week very much about the cocoon effect of the house and what a comfort blanket it is.
Yeah.
Do you miss that? I mean, how cute is that when you first come out? Do you just go, oh, I really do wish I was back in there?
Honestly, it's really surreal because you go in there and normality you leave at the doorstep, so you go into a cocoon. That's what you do, and all reality is just chucked out the window. OK. Why should viewers vote for you to go back in? Because I'm me. I'm not any different. I don't put an act on. There's no gameplay, and I'm just me, and I just want to go in there and be with Dickie and Dolly again, because the Dickie and Dolly show's gone. Well, it could come back. Who knows? For now, Leah, everyone, thank you very much. Go and join Leah. Jane, please, Leah. Thank you very much. After the break, going to be catching up with some more familiar faces. But first, let's see what Marion has made of the camera runs. Marion, what's happening there now?
Dermot, it's high drama. A wasp started harassing Imogen and Jenny when they were eating their breakfast, and Richard came to the rescue with his flip-flop, the flip-flop of terror, and he started trying to hit the wasp. Then the wasp turned on him, and he ran away squealing like a girl. Okay. It's all going on. Glyn had to wash a pot. You see, they have to do their own washing and cooking now that Susie is gone. Sure. And he was trying to turn the hob on to make pasta, and it took him about 10 minutes to figure it out. Now he's stirring it and splashing water everywhere. He has not learned every life skill yet. Okay. He has some things to go.
Brilliant stuff. It's easy keasy. Marion Keys, everyone. See you later on, Marion. Terrific. Why, she should live in there, shouldn't she? More from Marion later on, and we'll see you in 4:04. Take care, bye. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother, Stay 81. The time is 1:33. No time to waste. We've caught up with a couple of big characters already. And Jane. What's up now? Next up is Ladylike Lisa. Oh, Lisa, what have you been up to since leaving the house? Week 5. God, it seems such a long time ago. Lisa. Thank you. Spent all this money.
Well,
been taught well.
You sit them properly. And by the way, while you're here, don't make me use this, all right?
Well,
you're on probation right now. We're going to leave it down there at the moment, the old swear guard. So what have you been up to?
Just chilling out, really. Going back home, seeing all my mates, been cool. Loved it.
Other than smoking and swearing, what can you bring to the house in the last couple of weeks?
I can bring the fun, the life, everything back. Make it happy again.
Why don't think it's happy at the moment, not happy?
No, it's boring. It's boring. Glenn's going to be upset now because Mikey's gone. So he needs another, like, boy on the side, you know.
Right, I see.
So...
And do you think Glenn's the person that would be most happy to see
Yeah, Glenn will love it.
Glenn
will love to see me again.
All right.
Richard will be surprised. Pete will be surprised. Ashleen will die.
OK. let's hope that's just figuratively.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. For now, go and join your chums. Thanks a lot, Lisa, everyone. It may be the day of rest, but not for our next guest.
What's new, Pussycat?
Michael.
Yes.
Oh, Michael, it's extraordinary. We only saw you last week, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
What went through your head? I mean, you must be quite surprised this chance has come about again.
Yeah, no, it seems like I'm always here. I've been here far more often than my own home, so I've been locked out. So this is my new house at the moment.
OK. And for you, in particular, you're the one person that doesn't really want anything from this other than just the experience. So why do you want to go back in?
Well, I mean, it hasn't really stopped for me yet. And when it stops, it will stop. But right now, I feel like I've got a score to settle. I've got my... see, one thing wasn't showing in the house. I could see doctors twice when I was in there. I wasn't very well. I'd ear rape those who were in no. Now I'm back on form.
Well, you're right. You're like Doc Cotton, you are, aren't you? You're a sickly child.
And I'm back on form and I want to kind of... I've got, you know, a score to settle, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. Tell me. What score do you have to settle?
No, I felt that I couldn't really stand up for myself in there at the time. But now I've got the confidence back and I want to kind of...
Oh, but Mikey...
Settle a few scores, put someone in his place, knock him off his little...
Oh, but you've always been a congratulator, not a player hater.
I'm not, no, it's not. It's one thing to be a congratulator, one to be a walkover, and I was a walkover in there, and go back in there and I will make his head spin.
All right, thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
It is non-stop today. Back to the camera runs where Marion Keys has been closely surveying the remaining 6 housemates. I say it with obviously no sense of trepidation whatsoever. I was about to ask anything of interest, but obviously there's going to be something interesting in there, Marion. What's happening?
Dermot, Pete is breathing. It's beautiful. In and out. In and out. I could watch it forever. It's just a joy to behold. Also, the wasp came back and he was gunning for Richard. That was also a joy to behold. He got the dustpan and he hit the wasp, didn't kill it but concussed it. Then he swept it up and he put it in the bin, and Pete was very upset. His mood has taken a downward turn. You see, he has turned his face to the wall. He's very upset. One of God's creatures has been injured and thrown in the bin, but not killed.
Marion, try and channel some sort of good vibe towards him while you're in there.
Oh, I am. Also, Imogen has been reading the back of a yogurt carton. She couldn't put it down. She was transfixed. I think she was reading the grams of fat, but I couldn't swear to it.
Marion, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
More from you later on. Just extraordinary. She's keeping her eyes peeled. We'll be back with her just a minute. But now, for the remaining members of the L Street 8, she's passionate, she's provocative. Frankly, she is a bit of a handful. The only thing I don't know is, who is she? Hello, Angel. How are you? Oh, Nikki. How are things, Nikki?
Brilliant.
Right? OK, what exciting things have kept you occupied since leaving the house 3 weeks ago?
Well, I went to a film premiere that saw Miami Vice, which is brilliant.
Did you meet anyone hunky?
Well, I saw a few hunks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you meet Colin Farrell?
No, I just saw him.
He'd love you. Jealous of Jenny and Pete's blossoming relationship?
Not jealous, just angry.
Oh.
No, I'm just a bit.
You need to. Do you think to yourself you want to get back in there? Is that the reason why you want to get back in there, to reclaim your man?
No, I'm not gonna smother Pete. I think just my presence will sort the situation out.
Play it a bit more hard to get this time, you reckon, Nick?
Yeah.
OK, brilliant. It's lovely to have you with us. Over there, if you would.
Thanks.
all in today, aren't they? Our next ex-housemate is quite simply amazing. What more can I say? It's Sam. Hello, Sam.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. Oh, man, I'm feeling it. How's life been post-BB?
Post-BB, my goodness, it's been completely mad. I've
what have
been
you
doing
been up to?
quite a lot of things for charity, NSPCC, and various different
We love a
charity
bit of that.
organisations.
We are the world. Now, last time we saw you, you were trying to toughen up a little bit. Are you any meaner these days?
Yes, I am. I'm much more confident now. I stand up for myself, and I certainly don't take any crap from anyone. So
Woo-wee! Naughty
go.
words. OK, and what's your motivation for wanting to get back in that house?
Well, I think the public didn't really get to see much of me because I was voted out quite quickly, and there's more to my personality than meets the eye or the public viewing. And obviously, when I was evicted, the eviction, people saw a completely different side to me, and I have got so much more to show to the public, just of myself, and that I've changed a bit as well, and my confidence is quite good.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sam.
Thanks.
If you would, thank you. That's the way it's got to be today. Just whistling through, I'm sorry, we can spend hours talking to him, but our next contender is so sexy, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Take a seat there, Spiral. Look, right here, you're seeing Spiral's video. We're getting its second outing on BBLB with all those lovely, sexy girls that Spiral's hanging out with. Have you been spending some quality time with your 1210s?
Yeah.
So what's the response been like to So Sexy, the video we see there, since its debut on BBLB last week?
Everyone's saying fair play to you, looking well and stuff like that. You know, it's going well. Everyone's so supportive.
Have you been home since we saw you last? Have you been?
Yeah, I was home. Yeah, and I went home to do a bit of promotion for the single and stuff like that. Not that single, the other single.
Wow.
But I did a couple of CD signings, and so many people turned up. The support was amazing.
1210s there?
Yeah, there was a couple of 1210s rocking and rolling.
Lovely. Okay. Lastly, what are you going to bring to the house, Spiral?
I'm going to bring loads of fun, get the place on wheels, and have a couple of words with Ashley.
Okay. Thank you very much for now. Spiral, everyone, if you would. It's a shame, you know, because for varying reasons, some of the housemates unfortunately couldn't be with us today, including Grace. She has a prior engagement judging a surfing contest in Newquay. We shouldn't be too harsh because Grace loves surfing. She can't get enough of surfing. She never stopped going on about surfing while she was in the house. We all know that. But if you're as keen as she is to see her back in the house, she's obviously that keen, she's not with us, you can still vote her back in. After the break, we have two more to add to the list. We were joined by our most recent evictees, Mikey and Susie. Yes, that's right. Itchy nips there, sorry. You can vote them back in too. And we're going to be meeting someone who's definitely here on finale night. It's our Employee of the Week. See you in 404. All right, having a natter. Catching up. Don't mind us. It's all about you. Welcome back. It's day 81. The time is 1:47. Joining me now is a man who's taught Glyn everything about birds and keeping trim down below. It's the mild-mannered mumbler from Merseyside. It's Mikey! How are you, Mikey? Take a seat. Nice to meet you, Mikey.
And you, dude, and you?
How are things? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Really
OK. First question I have to ask you in your own language will be this. Oh, good, your answer. How does it feel to be out after 11 weeks? It's almost like losing in the semi-final coming out after.
Yeah. It's a bit gutting not to be in the final after being there so long, but I'm just happy that it lasted so long. And I'm running on adrenaline.
Yeah, I bet you are at the moment. What have you missed most about from being in there?
All the madness. It was crazy while I was in there, and just, you know, random spare acts of craziness and madness. That was always the best part, and just doing weird tasks like when would I ever be a majorette? And you know what I mean? And the fact that I was actually good at majorettes is a bit worrying, but yeah, it was cool, stuff like that.
But it's a highlight of yours. Let's take a look at your first moments of freedom.
Cool.
When you actually walk down, you see how many people are cheering.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game, isn't it?
That's wicked,
I know, it's so exciting.
That's amazing.
2 weeks before the end, you go all-out war on almost every housemate. What were you thinking?
The smallest things became a big issue.
Where do you stand with Grace right now?
I'd really like to see her again.
I knew it! I knew it was real. If you were given the chance to go back in, would you?
No.
Are you serious about that?
Maybe I would.
You would?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be out when it's ending so soon?
A little bit gutted that I've come so far and not reached the final, but it's weird seeing normal people again.
What did you say to Grace when you were reunited?
I told her how happy I was to see her.
Do you want to go back in?
Yeah, I mean, bring it on, I say, yeah, I'm up for that. Bring it on. It's getting, like, ridiculous amount of text. That's all since I have a phone in my hand. Hey, Mom, you right? You okay?
Okay, a great couple of hours since you came out. 3 questions into one. How did it feel seeing Grace? Are you going to see Grace again? And was there any potential with emotion?
Okay, it was wicked to see Grace.
Yeah.
And definitely see it again.
Yeah.
And there's potential to be friends with Imogen, that's all.
Yeah, you were lying on the bed stroking the hair.
Yeah, I did that with Glyn as well.
Oh! Question 7 is any potential with Glyn? Now, we also saw you have a fiery side too, which it came from nowhere. That's the bizarre thing. I mean, you just had a terrible last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Before I get your take on it, let's see it in action. I warn you, everyone, it's pretty terrifying.
I'm not going to be one of them people who goes in kicking off at the slightest thing.
Can I have a hug?
Hug?
Yes.
Can I have one after her, please, Mikey?
Come on, Mikey. Do your stuff.
Mike, you got a bit angry. As soon as someone has a joke with you, it's not funny no more.
I don't want to know, babe. You say everything you're going to say to me now, and I'll say everything you're going to say to you. Go. Shut your mouth then while I speak, yeah?
Don't tell me to shut my mouth.
Okay, close your mouth then. Don't do that, lad. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
don't raise a cue on my face.
Shut up yourself. I'm
no,
not doing
don't
that.
raise a cue on my face. I see what you're trying to do. Don't do it.
It's scary, man.
Do you regret being a tag grumpy in the last week?
I've got no regrets, mate. I mean, whatever happened, I didn't go out to have arguments with people, but it's just sort of, it happened to come my way, and I was just straight talking and just ended up saying what I felt.
And also, I think you keep it bottled up that much for 10 or so weeks. Every now and again, it's going to come out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but it's always over the slightest thing, and then it gets escalated because there's nothing else to argue over.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, just very briefly, what do you make of the twist? Do you love it? Do you like the fact you can go back in, and why would you want to go back in?
Okay, the twist is awesome. Yeah, just gonna see when you see everyone's faces in the house, like the housemates are just gonna be, the jaws are gonna be on the floor.
Sure.
And yeah, get me back in.
Why do you think you should go back in?
Because I just go nuts when I get in there and have a laugh and just go crazy.
Well, it's a second opportunity for you. What we do with all our evicted housemates, as you can see, we ask them to just put a message of support on the housemate they want to win on the light box. You can do yourself if you want, but you can do whoever you like if you would. Okay. For now, Mikey, everyone. Okay, OK, well, Mikey's doing that, and we'll catch up with him in just a second. Let's speak to Marion right now. Marion? He's going with Glenn. Marion, what nuggets of information have you got for us?
Dermot, it's a disaster. They've all just got up and left. Lots of them were out here in the garden, and just 2 seconds before you came to me, they all got up and took their stuff and went back inside and closed the door. It was almost as if they knew. And it's a pity because Glyn was eating the fruits of his labour, a delicious-looking gourmet dinner of pasta and half a jar of tomato ketchup. And I hate to sound like Susie, but he left that kitchen in a shocking state.
OK, listen, just go try and find her for one last hit before you see you, and you're more than welcome to see you in the studio. All right, see you in a minute.
Bye.
Bye, Marion Keith, everyone. Mikey, what did you write over there?
Glimbo, dude, you're stylish, and the birds will love you.
OK. Our next guest struck gold by winning entry into the house in week 3. 8 weeks and 4,000 gallons of tea later, she's finally here. It's Susie! Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, Susie. Lovely dress. Easy, Jane.
Mrs. Robinson.
How are we adjusting to life back in the real world with your real kettle?
With my real kettle?
Yeah.
Wonderfully. Listen, I've not been back long enough. I've probably only had 3 cups of tea since I've been back, actually. I'm serious. Honestly, I've been too busy. I have not actually had...
The world's still on its
tea
axis.
Drinker.
And, yeah, what's going on?
Exactly.
OK, how did you feel when Davina announced your name after Mikey had already left?
I knew it was coming. Yeah, I knew it was coming. And, you know, we had the conspiracy theory thing going in there. And we knew somebody else was leaving.
But is it the case the minute you hear her say, I'm going to evict you in 30 seconds, that's when you just
we'd
went...
started, yeah, exactly.
OK.
And I just said, it's me. I've been waiting every week for it to be me. So I said, yeah, it's me.
OK, let's take a look at how you took the news.
Oh, right.
Susie, we heard you say, I feel horny tonight in Welsh. I know exactly.
You need a cup of tea after that eviction. It's got milk in already. You are so close to the end, and yet you're here.
It would have been fabulous to stay, but I can hear my hairdresser beckoning.
Was it worth the $4 grand and the $800 shopping?
Yes, it was. It really is an experience.
If you were given the chance to go back in, would you? You wouldn't want to go back in? No. That's a definite?
Yeah. All right, I'll go back in.
The highlights made you look a bit boring. How did you feel about that?
I don't play spin the bottle. I didn't want to kiss anybody. So I'm quite happy with being boring.
Are you looking forward to the prospect of re-entering the house, though?
I just think they won't be able to believe it. Think, oh no, here she comes again. The old moaner's back again. I'm sure that's what they'll think. No, I don't think the general public are having me back in. I really do. Oh, Lorraine, come here. Give me a cuddle. Oh, babe. Who am I going to see in this?
Brilliant. I'm so proud
Thank you
of you.
very much.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Here she is.
I have to say
yes.
that the prospect of you playing Spin the Bottle would have been intriguing.
Why?
Well, just imagine you and Glyn.
No, I can't imagine me and Glyn. Okay. Not at all, especially with black pudding around his teeth.
OK, you got me there. It took a lot to push you to your limits in there. How did you manage to remain so calm?
Because I won't attack until you really, really come at me. I really won't. And nobody actually viciously attacked. I mean, if they are or have done it, they did it behind my back.
Sure.
And I don't know what's happening behind my back.
Susie, there's something sexy about you talking like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Behind my back?
Very, very much so.
Oh.
I was going to say, because we're in the Camerons quite a lot, and obviously you like your cleanliness and hygiene, but and that place is a pigsty, so that's what I thought would push you over the edge, if anything would.
No, I just had to sort of rise above it. And I started to ignore a lot, because otherwise it would have sent me insane. I seriously would have needed therapy. I mean, seriously would have needed therapy. But it's grotty in there, and I had to put up with it. The chewing gum was awful, because I got chewing gum on my shoes, chewing gum on my... Do you want a cup of tea? I don't do big belches. There's not a chance. Life is just very sweet, very nice, and everything about it. Come. Potential riot. I'll tell you, a right riot. I really am not interested in making fancy dishes of food because I'm going to be going soon. Everything is going to go drastically wrong.
You have pressed 9.
Take me away to the funny farm. Fantastic. I'll find out where Deptford is.
What do you think about going back in? What are your thoughts? I mean, how much would you like to go back in there?
Of course I'll go back in. It's a short period of time. Yes, I'll go back in. Obviously I've got to be voted back in. Depends on who I go back in with.
Sure.
That's going to make all the difference to how I feel. There's some people I'd love to be back in with. There's some people that if I go back in, listen, some people have laid the gauntlet down. Yeah. And there is going to be a riot if I go back in. I've really had enough.
All right, go for it, Suze. All right, listen, lastly, who do you want to win? And if you go and sign that respective light box, we'd greatly appreciate it.
I'm going to say Richard. Okay. I'm going to say my darling Richard. So
thank you very much. For now, Susie, everyone, yes, thank you very much.
All right, off I go. Where is he?
Oh, just over there.
Oh, there he is. Let's go and do him.
Off you go. Okay, more from Susie in just a second, but it wasn't only a big night for Susie and Mikey on Friday. There were numerous people behind the scenes performing selfless acts of heroism to provide an entertainment of televisual pleasure for you, the lucky Big Brother fans. Least of all, our very worthy Employee of the Week. Take a look.
And reveal.
Hi, I'm Tony Gregory, and I'm this week's Employee of the Week.
Zed, go!
I'm the series director on Big Brother, and I have 2 job roles. One is getting all the look of the graphics right at the beginning of the series, but my main job is looking after all the big live shows with Davina.
What a little box of delights we've got in store for you tonight.
Even though sometimes he can be scarily authoritative, he's also somebody who you feel very safe in the hands of.
One of the first things that happens is the script meeting, and that's top secret. And that's where we go through the show with Davina, we work out what's going to be said, where she's going to be, and we'll discuss in detail any little twists and turns and last-minute surprises that we're going to play on the housemates.
Good luck, everyone. Have a good show.
It's a live show, so it means you can't go back and do anything. Everything has to be right first time. And in many ways, it's like flying an aeroplane. You just get one chance at doing it, and everything has to work perfectly.
Stand by to change, and change.
The director really is at the centre of everything. I sit in a big control room with about 40 monitors. I've got loads of people with headphones on listening to what I'm saying. It does have to be fairly disciplined. In the same way that air traffic control or police radios or something like that, it's about giving clear instructions to the crew. Then there's a PA next to me, and her job is the most important because she keeps us on track with the timings. I'm the person who generally talks to Davina.
Tony to Davina, can you hear me?
To cue her, to tell her when to start, and to tell her the name of the housemate that's been evicted. We genuinely don't know who it's going to be until the last minute. It's very exciting TV.
The 11th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house is Mikey.
Go on. And coming back to 6.
It's also one of the riskiest jobs because when things start to go wrong,
Please do not swear.
everyone looks to the director, and that's when you really do your job.
TTG, I love... Sorry. Actually, I love you. And my boobs do too.
Top show.
Tony Gregory, TG, the big guy. This guy's a big, important man in the show. Just very briefly, Tony, best and worst bits about the job for you?
Best bits working with someone like Davina, who's absolutely amazing.
Someone like Davina?
Someone very like Davina, yeah. And a great crew. We've got one of the best crews that there are, and that's a total joy. Worst bit, when it's all starting to go wrong and things are changing in front of your very eyes and you're in panic mode trying to sort it out and make it look like you're not in panic mode.
Yeah, like today, for example, we are going massively over time, which just means I have to cut the interview there. A mug and a badge is yours.
Thank you very much.
Tony Gregory, as you were.
Thank you, Dermot.
Thanks, Tony. After the break, we find what Marion Keys makes of all this excitement. She's coming back to us now as we see her there. Wonderful. That cape really suits her. Glorious. We are back, my friends, in 3:44. We will see you then. Take care, bye. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother, Stay 81, but that's all irrespective because our next guest is Marion Keys.
Hello, darling.
How are you, Marion?
I'm fabulous.
Enjoy the camera run?
Loved the camera run, loved it. It was like being in the zoo, but nicer.
OK, first things first, how do you feel about Mikey and Susie being evicted on Friday?
Well, I was delighted, I mean, extremely pleased that Susie was gone.
Why?
Because, well, I mean, what's the point? I mean, I am the same age as Susie, and I've been watching her since the beginning, and it's like, I couldn't figure out what was going on with her, and then it finally dawned on me that she was an alien, but a very badly programmed one, because they left out her sense of humour.
She's over there.
Yes, I know, I'm sorry. And her sense of curiosity, but she doesn't mind. She went in for a career. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't mind.
OK, what about the twist? Which housemates do you think the public will vote back in?
Well, it's very hard to know because, I mean, some people might be annoyed because I spent good money evicting Grace, do you know? And other people spent good money evicting other people. But, I mean, obviously, I am so pleased because it gives us a chance to redress the greatest miscarriage of justice of our times, that Nikki was evicted. So, of course, Nikki must go back in.
Okay.
And if we could we also put in 3 other duds, so that there's no way that Nikki won't get back into the real house. Not good people. I'm sorry, we have to leave out the good people.
Listen, can I ask you about the people that are in there at the moment as well?
Yes, you may.
If I was to say I'm a sexual terrorist, Marion...
I'd say...
Marion has a pathological fear of Richard and Richard's sexual terrorist glove.
Even though I know it's just complete silliness, but no, don't do the fist. Dermot, don't do the fist.
Well, thanks, Michael. What's your problem with Richard?
He's very, 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 very mean. I mean, he's so unkind. He was so unkind to poor Michael. He really does want to be the only gay in the village. Do you know, I actually felt briefly sorry for him when Spiral read out the letter about his mother.
Did you not feel sorry for him?
Wait till you hear. He read out about his mother having chemo, and I thought, poor Richard, his mother is having chemo. That must be so hard. And I thought, hold on a minute. If my mother was having chemo, I wouldn't leave her side.
Well, there are reasons for this, Marion.
No.
Marion, I really wanted you to come back on the show. You're like the feel-good guest.
OK, we talk
now
about
you've turned into a harbinger of doom.
No, Pete, Nikki and Glyn, and you know, it's just going to be a 3-horse race. It's going to be so exciting.
Well, I need your take on this, because originally, when you first came on, you supported Nikki. Nikki left.
Yes.
Then when my researcher spoke to you, you said you was going to support Pete.
Yes.
Now Nikki has a chance of going back in.
Yes.
Who, therefore, are you now going to
I don't mind. Either any of the 3. Glyn, who has just made me laugh so much and who is going to go on to rule the world one day. So maybe he doesn't need to win because he's going to be grand anyway. Nikki, because nobody has made me laugh like her. But Pete, because he is such a genuinely decent and good person.
Just very briefly.
Nikki, I'll go Nikki.
You're going to go Nikki?
I'll go with Nikki.
For now, Marion Keys, everyone.
So
now we know who Marion Keys would like to knock the house for, but it's your vote that really counts. Which 4, it's like kryptonite, which 4 of these hopefuls would you like to see back in the house? Thinking about exes has never been so much fun. Behold, the mother of all voting in packages. Who goes back in, you decide. To bring back a housemate, call 09011 3233, followed by 05 for Grace, 07 for Leah, 08 for Lisa, 09 for Mikey, 10 for Nikki, 15 for Sam, 16 for Susie, 17 for Jane, 19 for Michael, and 20 for Spiral. Or text the name of the housemate you want to bring back to 84444. All the Channel 4's profit for this vote will go to charity. That is about all we've got time for. My thanks to Jane, Leah, Lisa, Michael, Nikki, Sam, Spiral, Mikey, Susie, and all our special guests, including Marion Keys. Don't forget to tune in to Channel 4 9 o'clock. Big Brains on tomorrow night at 11:55, and BBLB is back weekdays from Tuesday 7:30 on E4. Now, some of you noticed that one of Pete's many talents is beatboxing. I admit, Pete's good, but he's not that good. I bet he can't do this. Take it away, Hobbit, as you were. Bye.